toxic masculinity.
Bill Gates hoped that Jeffrey Epstein would help him win a Nobel Prize. All right, so let's have a look at this. Now, Jeffrey Epstein was known to have made a lot of contacts within the scientific community, right? He was trying to entice scientists to be friends with him, to engage with him socially in social events, and perhaps to visit him on his pedo island. And was that so that he could get, put them in compromising positions, so that he would have dirt on them, so that he could blackmail them? Who knows? But that's a major theory that a lot of people have, that Jeffrey Epstein was looking to compromise scientists and other powerful people around the world, so that he could leverage them to get stuff that he wanted out of them, right? That was his scheme. That's what's suspected, right? But anyway, Bill Gates is obviously one of the people that was targeted by Jeffrey Epstein in this way, if this is in fact what Jeffrey Epstein was doing, which we all think he probably was. But now that Bill Gates is divorcing his wife, some more revelations are coming out about all this stuff. And again, I should say that I think Bill Gates's PR people are saying that none of this stuff is true. So this may all just be rumor, but let's have a look at this. Bill Gates courted Jeffrey Epstein in the twisted belief the well-connected pedophile could help him win a Nobel Prize, a former staffer claimed, according to a report Tuesday. And despite the fact that his PR people are denying this actually would be a kind of a good alibi, or at least a good argument against the motivation of Bill Gates having a friendship with Jeffrey Epstein that was intended to provide Bill Gates with underage girls, right? Because that's naturally going to be the assumption or the suspicion of many people. So people are going to suspect, oh, they had some kind of friendship. That means Bill Gates was sleeping with underage girls. Well, if Bill Gates had this ulterior motive, right, this other motive, well, he really wanted a Nobel Peace Prize, then maybe the underage girl thing, maybe it didn't happen. Who knows? But we do know that Bill Gates did have at least one affair, probably more. So it's obviously possible that he was engaged with Jeffrey Epstein in order to meet and in some ways engage with women. It's not, nothing like that has been claimed. There's no evidence of that. I don't think there's been any accusations of that. So, it's not something I would accuse him of or even really speculate much about, but I think people are going to suspect that naturally. I think anybody who's ever been connected to Jeffrey Epstein, people are going to suspect that of, right? The Microsoft billionaire horrified staff with a meeting which started in 2011 when Epstein was already a convicted pedophile, and which reportedly left Gates' wife Melinda so disturbed it helped drive the couple to divorce. When his foundation's PR team was first alerted to the friendship, they were told it was a maneuver to try to get him a Nobel Peace Prize, an anonymous foundation employee told the Daily Beast, as well as staying at the multimillionaire's pervert's Upper East Side mansion. Gates joined Epstein in a trip to Europe in March 2013, according to some guy who has a name that looks Scandinavian. Dagens Næringsliv, Norway's largest business newspaper. Oh no, sorry. That's not a person's name, that's a newspaper. The pair visited the Strasbourg home of Thorbjørn Jagland, who was Scandinavian names are tough, guys. Who at the time was the chair of the committee which awards the Peace Prize, the paper noted, saying Gates was being touted as a recipient at the time. I think they mean a potential recipient at the time. They came to my residence with their respective delegations, Jagland wrote in an email of the visit, the paper said. The ex-staffer at Gates' foundation told the Daily Beast that the staff long feared the boss was risking potential reputational risks for the foundation with his ties to Epstein. Even back then, people knew this guy was not squeaky clean, the person told the outlet, referring to Epstein. But Gates thought that Jeffrey would be able to help him, and he knew the right people, or some kind of way to massage things so that he could get the Nobel Peace Prize, which is what Bill wants more than anything else in the world, the staffer said. I think he was ultimately disappointed that it didn't work out, the sources insisted to the Daily Beast. It was also not a secret that the billionaire had dalliances, the former staffer told the outlet, of affairs that he was married, when he was married to Melinda. I don't think it was a wink-wink permissive thing at all. I think she was humiliated and did not like it, he said of the Gates' now estranged wife. Yeah, funny that a man's wife doesn't love the fact that he's cheating on her. Shocking. Gates has long denied having a business partnership and a personal friendship with Epstein. Bill Gates regrets ever meeting Epstein and recognizes that it was an error in judgment to do so, his spokesperson told the Post Tuesday, repeating a statement first made in 2019. Well, obviously somebody's been convicted of any kind of like pedophilia charge. If you're like a super high profile, well, if you're really anyone, you should probably avoid any kind of association with that person. I mean, if you're at all concerned about your reputation, I mean, that's obviously. Yeah. The spokesperson also insisted it's absolutely false to say Bill Gates set the Nobel Prize as a goal or campaigned for it in any way. Yeah, so like I said, Bill Gates' spokesperson here, his PR folks, they're denying this, right? No, Bill Gates has no interest in the Nobel Peace Prize. What are you talking about? It makes so much sense, a lot of the stuff that I've heard Bill Gates say over the years, and, that he's aiming for this Peace Prize. This is like a goal of his. This seems obvious to me. If Epstein had a plan or motivation to insert himself into any processes related to any awards or honors on behalf of Gates, neither Gates nor anyone he works with was aware of the intentions, and they would have rejected any offers for assistance, the representative insisted on Tuesday. Spokesperson had made similar denials to the Daily Beast while conceding that a Nobel Prize would certainly be a great honor. So these PR spokespeople are just like, no, Bill Gates never had any kind of motivation for that, no intention to get a Nobel Peace Prize. That wasn't why he had any kind of contact with Epstein. No, of course not. He has no interest in the Nobel Peace Prize. Of course, if he did get a Nobel Peace Prize, it would be a great honor. Come on, man. And that brings us to our next story, which is totally related. Bill Gates received marriage advice from Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, come on. That's funny, guys. That's comedy. I don't even have to make a joke about that. That's just funny in itself. From 2011 to 2014, Bill Gates reportedly visited the later disgraced businessman. Well, I mean, he was, I think, previously disgraced, right? Toxic Masculinity. Weekdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.